We've all seen her. You're at the market, or perhaps waiting for a flight, and she walks by. She isn't wearing a ball gown. She isn't draped in designer logos. But the room, it just shifts. She has this je ne sais quoi, an effortless, quiet authority that says she's exactly where she belongs. I used to think that kind of elegance was a birthright, or worse, expensive. But then I started people watching with a purpose. I realized that the difference between looking nice and looking iconic after 60 isn't about the price tag of the sweater. It's about the 8 invisible strings she's pulling before she even turns the deadbolt on her front door. Today we are going beyond the wardrobe. Most people our age are told what to hide. Hide the neck. Hide the arms. Hide the years. I say absolute nonsense. We are going to talk about the 8 tactical accessories that act like a style insurance policy. These are the items that turn a supermarket run into a street-style moment. I call them the never-leavables. I've spent 3 decades studying how women carry themselves, and I've narrowed it down to a science. By the end of this video, you won't just have a shopping list, you'll have a secret weapon. Because, darling, at our age, we aren't just getting dressed. We are curated, we are intentional, and we are, most definitely, not leaving the house without these. Accessory 1. The architectural scarf. Now I know what you're thinking. A scarf? Groundbreaking. But I'm not talking about that heavy pashmina you use to survive a drafty movie theater. I'm talking about the architectural scarf. This is the piece that provides a frame for your face and, quite frankly, does the work of a plastic surgeon for the price of a nice lunch. As we age, our jawlines might soften, or our necks might become a textured area we aren't in love with. The scarf isn't a shroud to hide behind. It's a structural highlight. It adds vertical lines that elongate the torso and brings color up to the eyes. Avoid a heavy, chunky knit scarf. This is for a blizzard, not a bistro. It swallows you whole. Go for 70-centimeter silk square or a long modal blend. Silk reflects light onto the chin and jaw, acting like a natural highlighter. The architectural element. Look for high contrast prints, geometric shapes, bold borders, or crisp stripes. These provide a sharp edge that contrasts beautifully with the softer features of a woman over 60. Drape a long scarf over the neck. Let it hang loose. This creates 2 vertical lines. Instant height. Instant slimness. It's the easiest diet in fashion. Fold a square into a triangle. Tie it loosely at the side. This is the art gallery owner look. It's playful, it's chic, and it says you know exactly what you're doing. For the woman who finds it too hot for a neck scarf, tie it to the handle of that structured bag we'll talk about later, or wrap it once around your wrist. It's a pop of personality that moves when you gesture. The goal here isn't to look like you're trying to stay warm. The goal is to look like you've been draped by an artist. An elegant woman knows that a scarf is the difference between an outfit and an ensemble. It's the exclamation point at the end of your fashion sentence. Accessory 2. The statement spectacle. We've all been there. You're at a lovely candlelit dinner. You can't read the specials, and you pull out these wire-rimmed emergency glasses that look like they were borrowed from a 19th century librarian. Drop them back in the bag. An elegant woman knows that her glasses are the most prominent feature on her face. They aren't a medical necessity, they are a sculptural choice. If you have to wear them, make them look like you did it on purpose. As we get older, gravity tends to pull things south. Why help it? Avoid frames that droop at the corners. Try the cat eye or modified square. This gives a slight upward tilt at the temple and acts as an instant, non-invasive facelift. It draws your eye up toward your brow line rather than down toward any fine lines or jowls. Transparent or flesh-toned frames can make us look washed out. Don't be afraid of a bold tortoiseshell, a deep navy, or even a daring burgundy. It adds definition to the face that we sometimes lose over time. For an elevated look, try a sophisticated eyewear chain, not the beaded granny string, but a chunky gold link or a sleek leather cord. This is the I never lose my things accessory. It turns your glasses into a necklace. It's practical, yes, but when you drop your glasses down to your chest to look someone in the eye, it's a total boss move. It says you're focused and ready. If people are going to stare at you, give them something worth looking at. A great pair of spectacles tells the world you see things clearly, and you look fabulous doing it. Now, once you've got the vision sorted, we need to talk about the one thing an elegant woman never wastes. Accessory 3, the gold standard timepiece. We live in a world of notifications, beeps, buzzes, and black plastic squares that tell us we haven't walked enough steps. But an elegant woman? She isn't ruled by an algorithm. She's ruled by the sun. There is something deeply grounding about a mechanical or high-quality quartz watch. It's a rebellion against the digital noise. A watch isn't just for telling time. It's for telling the world that your time is intentional. When you glance at a beautiful watch, it's a gesture of grace. When you glance at your phone, it looks like you're looking for an escape. At 60, we have the style permission to go bold. Forget those tiny, dainty cocktail watches that you need a magnifying glass to read. We want a boyfriend style, or a classic tank shape. It provides a masculine contrast to a feminine wrist, which is a classic Parisian style secret. Focus on brushed gold, silver, or two-tone. Don't be afraid to mix. If your wedding ring is gold, but you love a silver watch, wear both. It looks collected, not matched. Matching is for bridesmaids. Mixing is for icons. An elegant woman never lets her watch sit lonely. Pair it with one high-quality bangle, or a simple gold chain. It turns the watch from a tool into a wrist landscape. It adds weight and presence to your gestures. Think about it. When you're gesturing during a story at lunch, that flash of gold on your wrist is what punctuates your point. In a society that's always rushing, wearing a classic timepiece says, "I am exactly on time, and I look better than anyone else who arrived early." It's the ultimate anchor for your arm. But of course, a lady needs a place to put her secrets and her glasses, and that brings us to the skeleton of any outfit. Accessory 4, the structure bag. We've all had that everything but the kitchen sink bag. It's soft, it's squishy, and it's currently holding 3 lipsticks you can't find, a spare pair of flats, and a grocery receipt from 2022. But here's the fashion truth. A slouchy bag makes a silhouette look, well, slouchy. Swap it for a crisp, medium-sized satchel with firm handles and a defined base. An elegant woman knows that as we move into our 60s and beyond, our bodies naturally soften. To balance that, we need architecture. A structured bag isn't just a container. It's a pedestal for your entire look. A bag with sharp corners and firm sides provides a frame against your hip or arm. It creates a clean line that suggests order, even if the inside is a disaster. Don't worry, your secret is safe with me. At this stage of the game, scale is everything. Too big, and you look like you're running away from home. Too small, and it looks like you borrowed it from a grandchild. Aim for the Goldilocks size, something that sits comfortably against your ribcage or at your fingertips without overwhelming your frame. Look for the little gold or silver studs on the bottom. It keeps your bag off the floor, yes, but it also says quality. It's a detail that whispers, "I care about my things." While black is classic, a structured bag in cognac, cream, or a deep forest green looks exponentially more expensive. It pulls the light and adds a layer of quiet luxury that a standard black tote just can't touch. Think of your bag as the foundation of a house. Without structure, things start to sag. With it, you look like the woman who owns the building. Now, before we move to the next item, let's take a breath. Because sometimes the most elegant thing you can do is absolutely nothing. Accessory 5, the signature scent. Have you ever walked into a room and known, without looking, that a woman of true substance had just been there? That's the power of the scented ghost. It's the only accessory you wear that stays in the room after you've left it. As we cross the threshold of 60, our scent shouldn't just be nice, it should be a legacy. In our 20s, we smelled like vanilla cupcakes or a field of daisies. And that was lovely, but an elegant woman over 60 has lived a life of layers, and her perfume should reflect that. We are moving away from the sugar and into the spice, wood, and resin. The notes to look for: sandalwood and cedar, the architectural base. It smells like a library in Milan or an old-growth forest. Amber and musk, the warmth. It reacts with your skin chemistry to create something that smells like, well, you. Iris and vetiver, the cool girl elegance. It's crisp, it's dry, and it's undeniably sophisticated. We've all met the woman whose perfume arrived 5 minutes before she did. That's not elegance. That's an invasion. An elegant woman's scent is a secret shared only with those she allows into her personal space. Don't just spray your wrists and rub them together. You're crushing the notes. Spray the nape of your neck, under your hair. When you turn your head, the scent blooms naturally. The coat lining trick. Spray the silk lining of your favorite coat or that architectural scarf we talked about. It holds the scent longer and greets you every time you open your closet. Think of your signature scent as your personal theme music. It shouldn't be a loud brass band. It should be a cello solo. Deep, resonant, and impossible to forget. Now, speaking of moving through a room, let's talk about the foundation of every step you take. Accessory 6, the power shoe. Let's have a moment of silence for the 4-inch stiletto. It served us well in our 30s, it saw us through some legendary parties, but darling, we are retired from the Pain for Beauty Olympics. An elegant woman over 60 knows that nothing ruins a sophisticated silhouette faster than a woman who looks like she's walking on hot coals. True power isn't in the height of the heel, it's in the certainty of the stride. The power shoe at this stage of life is the one that allows you to walk into a room and stay there without looking for the nearest chair. The pointed toe flat. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this: the point is the point. A pointed toe flat has the exact same visual authority as a high heel. It elongates the leg, sharpens the hem of your trousers, and says, "I am in charge," without a single blister. The block heel slingback. If you must have lift, the block heel is your best friend. It's a literal foundation. It provides the stability of a mountain with the grace of a Chanel runway. Look for a contrast toe, the cap toe. It's a classic trick to make the foot look smaller and the outfit look 5 times more expensive. Suede absorbs light and looks incredibly soft and rich, perfect for daytime elegance. Patent leather reflects light and adds a snap to an evening look. Avoid cheap synthetics. At 60, your feet deserve the breathability of real leather. It's not an indulgence, it's maintenance. An elegant shoe shouldn't announce your arrival with a clack, clack, clack that sounds like a hammer. Look for quality rubber soles or have a cobbler add a quiet tap. You want to glide into a room like a whisper, not a construction site. Remember, Cinderella's life changed because of a shoe, but she only got the prince because she could actually walk in them. Now, as we move from the ground up, let's talk about the light that we carry right next to our eyes. Accessory 7, the luminous earring. We spend a fortune on serums, creams, and highlighters to get that lit from within glow. But an elegant woman has a secret weapon that never washes off: the luminous earring. Think of your earrings as 2 tiny lanterns hanging right next to your eyes. Their job isn't just to match your necklace, it's to throw light back onto your skin. As we mature, glitter can sometimes look a bit young or even harsh against fine lines. We want luster. The pearl, the ultimate classic. A cream or white pearl doesn't just sit there. It reflects light in a soft, diffused way that blurs the complexion. It's like a soft focus filter for your jawline. The polished gold huggy, small, thick, and highly polished. If it's shiny enough to see your reflection in, it's shiny enough to brighten your face. The clear crystal stud, not a giant costume diamond, but a well-cut stone that catches the overhead lights. It acts like a spark in the iris of your eye. Ladies, let's be honest. The earlobes are the first to surrender to gravity. An elegant woman never wears a heavy hanger that pulls the lobe down into a teardrop shape. It looks painful and, frankly, it ages the face. Look for lobed-based earrings or use those clever stabilizing backs. You want the earring to sit on the ear, lifting the eye upward, rather than swinging wildly below it. If your face is the portrait, your earrings are the gallery lighting. Never leave home without your glow attached. Now, we've covered the silk, the leather, and the gold. But there is one final accessory that costs absolutely nothing, yet it's the hardest one to pull off. Accessory 8, the invisible confidence. We have spent the last few minutes talking about silk, leather, gold, and glass. And yes, those tools are powerful. But have you ever seen a woman wearing the most expensive suit in the room, yet she looks diminished, like she's apologizing for taking up space? That's because she forgot the 8th accessory, the one that doesn't go in your closet. The invisible confidence. In our society, there is a subtle pressure for women over 60 to start fading into the background, to wear quiet colors, to speak in quiet tones, to become a quiet observer. An elegant woman? She refuses the invitation. Confidence at our age isn't arrogance. It's the peace of knowing exactly who you are. It's the way you square your shoulders, not because you're a soldier, but because you're the queen of your own life. It's the eye contact smile when you walk into a room. Don't look at your feet, especially now that you're wearing those power shoes. Look at the horizon. Acknowledge people. Your confidence is the light that makes all your other accessories sparkle. The best part about this accessory, it's completely free, it never goes out of style, and it's one size fits all. You don't put it on, you step into it. It's the difference between wearing a costume and wearing a statement. So, my dear friends, as you head out today, I want you to check your list. Scarf? Check. Glasses? Check. That invisible fire in your eyes? Double check. Tell me in the comments, which of these 8 is your personal signature? Or did I miss one that you never leave home without? I read every single one of your stories, and they truly make my day. Stay elegant, stay bold, and remember, the world is your runway, and you've already won the show. I'll see you in the next one.